Greetings and welcome to another update on the Incinerate Sorc of Diablo 4. Last time we did, I think, pit level 30, and yeah, I'm proud or glad or happy to say that we can push further. I actually reached 61, 62. I mean, I think I beat 60 and then these two unlocked. And yeah, I changed some things around the build again to make it even better, but first things first, I need to change the appearance of my staff. It always changes when I swap out from one to staff. And I want this one for now. Alright, so yeah, as you already told you by that, I swapped back to two-hand staff. I tested around a bit again, and it is more effective than the Flame Scar. It does more damage overall. Again, Flame Scar is this one. Even though we have plus 10 to Incinerate here, we are losing out on a huge chunk of intelligence and other great affixes that you can only find or temper on a non-unique weapon. So as you can see, we lose a lot of lucky hit, but what gives? I mean, lucky hit is nice, but since the base lucky hit chance of Incinerate is so low, it's like only like 10% or something, additional lucky hit doesn't really raise that much. I mean, we can maybe push it to like 16 or something, but we don't really need that. It is not worth the damage loss that we get or that we suffer when we go to the Flame Scar. I'm really sad about this because I really like Flame Scar. I like the concept, like to push Incinerate levels, and yes, the base damage of Incinerate is much higher than, but as you can see, two-hand staff is just, you know, I mean, it's not perfect rolled here. It doesn't have the perfect area ethics. It doesn't have like the perfect rolls, but I think intelligence, damage, and damage over time are pretty valuable as affixes. And then damage to close enemies because we're always close, and then Incinerate size. I guess there's not really a great second temper. The other thing is like on hit chance, like lucky hit chance to deal additional damage. I can't really see that it's like a big Incinerate size, but yeah, there we go. And yeah, other than that, I also found these nice boots actually. Jens Blessing have been testing them out. Stats are not super great aside from the damage reduction from close enemies. This is huge. It's also a perfect roll on these. What I do want to do is masterwork it again. I need a lot of gold. You see, I'm broke. To hit the damage reduction from close again and again and again, so we can stack it up. Same thing with Soulbrand. It goes again on the barrier generation, but I wanted the damage reduction close, which here is also a perfect roll. So I really want to hit that because we need damage reduction. And yeah, actually these the unique skill here, the unique effect, casting a skill has a 54% chance to cast a non-mobility, non-ultimate skill. It's pretty nice. It's pretty decent actually. That is currently on cooldown. So what happens is it affects Frost Nova, Flame Shield, and Ice Armor because Teleport is a mobility skill. Inferno is a ultimate skill. So we have a chance on cast any skill cast. So we can, if we cast Inferno, it can cast, for example, Flame Shield again if Flame Shield is on cooldown. It does happen pretty often. I mean, there's a 55% chance. Although we're not casting Incinerate all the time, because once you cast it, you just channel it, it's different. This has been pretty nice, because I like another Flame Shield, I like another Barrier, and I like another Frost Nova. But the main effect here actually is damage reduction from close, because damage reduction is so hard to find, and you can get it on these, or you can get it on Flicker Step. But Flicker Step overall doesn't provide us with great stuff. Movement speed is okay. We don't really need it, of course, for speed, but it's not like what makes or breaks our push for the pit. Ultimate damage is okay, but it's just, I mean, 50% more damage on Inferno. It's like not gonna make or break anything. And it also has damage reduction from close, so you could also go with Flicker Step. We are actually evading pretty often. What I really miss on Flicker Step is evade charges. We do have attacks reduce evade's cooldown, but since Incinerate is a channel, this doesn't really reduce the cooldown by that much. So it's a bit unfortunate if they would have like I was you see I actually masterworked them twice here. I actually wanted to try them out first because I really like Inferno because it has like this crowd control effect, but we don't have evade up that often, so yeah. Maybe I will toy around some other time with them. They also don't have the perfect damage reduction roll. This is the more important stuff. So what else changed? I did this before. Wires, mastery key pacifist on the helmet now. We of course have the Flamethrower on the twin staff, which gives us the most plus damage. And then I changed around conflagration, conceited, accursed touch, control, and this is where I landed now. Conflagration on the amulet to give more damage, which is a higher uptime because always applying. I also tried control or conceded because we also pretty much always have a barrier. And we also like this one because we are stunning, immobilizing, freezing, since it's all up on our gear. We have a lucky hit chance here, we have a lucky hit chance to immobilize here, we have a lucky hit chance to immobilize through our skills. We have a chance to freeze right here, and you can see they freeze pretty often. I just see that I don't have any chance to stun anymore. Freeze or stun would be the best because we also run the glyph of control, which gives us extra damage against stunned or frozen targets. So that's where we at, and then I guess this ring is fairly new and it's not perfectly rolled. The tempering is really bad because I rather have close damage and not plus damage, but I ran out of tempers, of course. Also, I don't want resource generation, I want lucky hit to restore resource. This also needs close damage. Like, still need to do some stuff here. Armor wise, we are overshooting right now because I have this one. I don't really like the greater effects of total armor here. I think this one is fine if we only have pants with total armor, temper, and armor, and then we masterwork it. But I need to test it out, and then we can reach like our 9,300 over this armor cap. So we can have something else on the amulet, like cooldown reduction, for example. The flames is good. I'd love to have a greater affix on that, of course. It's just more damage. Here also temper has like fire damage, and then we have like flame shield duration, which is, I guess, it's nice. There's an argument to go flame shield duration everywhere, but I think max life is here armor and here max life is better. Since we have like these two uniques, there's not really much we can do anyways. And then for like for gems, I have a mix of intelligence and max life. Probably max life overall is better, but I'm just so broke. I have I cannot put anything. Which reminds me, I can also punch 2 sockets into my staff. Let's see if I have enough gold for that still. And after that, we will go into the pit. So let's add some sockets. 1 socket, 322,000. Wow, all right. But I guess I cannot craft this gem. Oh, it's 100,000. Okay. At least we have 1. So we get another 12% damage over time. All right. Paragon-wise, I think nothing much changed. I was jumping in between Enchantment Master. I really have a problem with enchantments because I don't have any good ones. If I'm running like a twin staff, I don't want to run the fireball. I think like it's not proccing as often. I know you can go fireball and firebolt with the burning, but since we're not running combustion, the burning sources don't really matter as much, as at least if I'm not missing something. And this is only good for trash. It's not good for the boss because we're not killing any monsters while we, kill the boss. So I'm running Flame Shield enchantment just for more survivability, because survivability is key, and I'm running this one because it's just extra damage with a 6-second downtime in between. It's like but if you have some good ideas, let me know in the comments what enchantments would be great with this build. I removed one of pure research because we don't really need that mana generation anymore as much. And now I have 3 points into warmth. And that's pretty much it. And then 1 point into mystical frost nova, and I have the alignment elements now free. because I removed the Shimmering Teleport and the Enhanced Teleport because, I mean, and it's not reliable. I mean, sometimes I teleport and then I have it, but I need to survive without this one. They don't teleport as often. I guess it has like, yeah, 3 seconds uptime and then 7 seconds downtime, but you know. Sorry, back to the Paragon. Yeah, enchantment, I dropped it therefore, so I can get another glyph. I put exploit here now. I do run control. Unleash, I think, is the new one, but I put it here. Gives me another 7% increased damage, which doesn't sound as much, and then mana generation, which lets me drop Fury Surge. There isn't that many great other ones. There's this one, where's it? Which I was considering. This one here, for example, take reduce damage the less mana you have. I don't know if I need to have 0 mana to reach 25% reduction in damage, but maybe I will toy around with this if I reach higher pit levels and look at how much mana I'm actually consuming and remove some mana regeneration stuff, maybe. And this one, if I use a defensive skill, I get 10% more damage, but it's only 3% more than this one. And I need dexterity for this, and I like that I need intelligence for this because intelligence boosts our damage overall. So yeah. Okay, I think I talked enough. Already 11:30 minutes. So let's do tier 50 for this, just to ease into it. I'm also using this quest elixir, gives me 50% max life. I'm using the lucky hit one usually. Max life is also good. And sometimes I use an incense. I just have so many materials, and the only incense I use is the one that raises intelligence by 25. A little bit of a boost. You could technically use 3 different incenses with different tiers of incenses. Get some minor buffs here and there. But I guess, yeah, pushing higher the max life potion is probably the best. So let's get into it. Use your cooldowns and easy breezy and face tank everything. I guess until we can't. Maybe pushback. There's something since season 4 where you get pushback and then if you dodge or I don't know, use a defensive skill, you have like this another 0.5 or 1 second where you cannot do anything. Like these pushback monsters are really annoying. Also, what is nice with these boots having more evade charges, I can actually like shoot like this and then just evade. It's like a stutter step. And just continue blasting, but get out of whatever is almost killing me. Like after death effects, they're so annoying. Almost always, yeah. I don't know what stunned me there. Like these stuns and knockbacks are so annoying, but we can survive them mostly. We have 2 skills to get out of it, teleport and flame shield. And I should evade better, I guess. So I'm frequently chugging down a potion for the barrier, because barrier gives us damage reduction with Soulburn and more damage with conceited aspect. Like if I like compare to the tier 30 from last video, this seems like a breeze on tier 50. And the hardest part is the boss. But the like difficulty increase of like a few tiers is like insane. Like from tier 50 to 60, it's so much harder. I know the formula behind it, but then on tier 60, like you get like one shot by like normal monsters if you're not careful. If I like don't have a barrier up. Ouch. I mean, the barrier gives me 18 from Soul Brand, like damage reduction, and then from the glyph another 15, so that's like 23% damage reduction, so I see why you always need a barrier. So make sure you have potions, that's a bit annoying part. Yes, I also get a barrier when I use a cooldown, and I have ice barrier, but sometimes like you just need to chuck a potion and look out for your potion charges. So satisfying. Just burn him with a Flamethrower build. I really recommend you try this build out. Maybe not this exact build, but at least like, you know, for leveling, for like early pits for Helltide farming. In Helltide we can practically one-shot stuff.
I need time to prepare that.
I do want to do a Nightmare Dungeon tier 100, should be no problem. This is also like around tier 100 Nightmare Dungeon, like 149 monsters. And sometimes I just stand in everything and I just pop Flame Shield because I can. What I would love to see is a cooldown on this one. Like these 8 seconds, I don't know when this is happening, like too much is happening on the screen. Sometimes I see, oh, I have another ice barrier, although it's in cooldown, but more often than not, I don't know if this is on cooldown yet or not. If I should, you know, like spam click. Right now I got an ice barrier, for example. And for the boss, basically, you have to dodge the shadow attacks, or like anything that you can dodge, you should dodge. And then the goal is to stagger the boss as fast as possible and not get killed, and then just, you know, blast them. We can stagger the boss twice. If we encounter like a tier where we cannot do that and we need more damage and need to stagger the boss 3 times, then we're in problem. But you can see like 3 million, almost 5 million damage ticks. And yeah, that's pretty smooth, I guess. I mean, I'm having a blast. I'm looking into how can I improve this. Can I push this further? I'm not sure. Again, big question on enchantments. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what skills maybe you would change to improve this, especially like against bosses. We always have to balance the trash mobs and killing the trash mobs and killing the boss at the end. Killing a boss in the end not only requires a good amount of stagger in like, for example, stun or freeze or whatever, because if the boss is staggered, the shadows will not appear. Because the second part about the boss is dodging the shadow attacks, because the shadow attacks, like these red shadows, is like from these tormented bosses, they one-shot you at some point. They will just one-shot you, so we need to dodge them. So we need enough damage, we need enough damage, of course, like stagger damage and dodge, in like physical dodge, I guess. The way we can improve is, of course, this one has life per second, doesn't do anything for us. I would love to have max life on this. Lucky hit chance we don't really need. I will put the current build in the description below that I made. Did I say something different? So the build link is also in the other videos. It has different variations. This is the two-handed staff variation as of now. And then of course there's also an endgame variation where we would love to have Harlequin Crest, or we love to have probably Turael's Might, but I'm not sure if that's better than this one. And yeah, but the two-handed staff variation, and this has intelligence, cooldown reduction, and max life. It also shows you which one do you need to hit with masterworking. So we are a long way to min-maxing this, and I'm curious on how far we can push it. Not sure how far, but right now I reached tier 60 and I can farm the highest material that I need to upgrade onto the next level, on the last level of masterworking. So we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking until the end. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.